best station in music news, sports, and entertainment. We are High Power 102.7 FM, the pride of the people.
The time is 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is iPower 102.7 FM Midday News. I am Florence Ibhareman. First, the headlines. Dangote emphasizes COVID-19 era. Groups advocate for El-Rufai. On the foreign scene, shipping resumes back on the Red Sea. And in sports, NFF fixes date for its Congress. Details of these and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Welcome back, and now the news in details. The chairman of the Dangote company, Aliko Dangote, has warned that the ongoing Middle East crisis could force Nigeria and other African countries to adopt COVID-era work from home restrictions if conflict does not de-escalate. Dangote gave the warning after meeting with President Bola Tinubu at his Ikoyi residence in Lagos, when expressing deep concern about economic impact of oil price volatility on the continent already burdened by debt. He said organizational operations would follow the approach adopted during the COVID-19, with staff working remotely from home. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has said it will arraign former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai before the Federal High Court in Kaduna today over alleged corruption-related offences. In a statement by the head of Media and Public Communication, John O'Day, said El-Rufai and Joel Adoga would be arraigned in suit number FHC/KD/73/2026 at the Federal High Court Kaduna Judicial Division. Meanwhile, some groups, including the African Democratic Congress (ADC), are demanding an immediate release or arraignment of the former governor. Still on corruption cases, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has marked an Abuja property linked to the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami SAN, saying the action followed a valid interim forfeiture order granted by a court. The Commission's spokesperson, Dele Oyewale, stated this in an interview with newsmen, noting that the action was now a normal law enforcement procedure. Explained that once a forfeiture order is issued, the agency has the right to attach or mark the property to caution the public. Oyewale's statement followed a viral video of altercations between the former minister and operatives of the EFCC, which generated reactions. This media news is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Raleigh, Owo. Still to come on the foreign scene, shipping resumes on the Red Sea, and in sports, NFF fixes date for its Congress.
Whether you're tuning in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, All community updates. High Power 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source because when it comes to news, the truth matters. High Power FM 102.7.
Welcome back now to the foreign scene. Sheep, sheep refueling company along Africa's coast are seeing a surge in businesses as more vessels divert around the Cape of Good Hope, with war in the Middle East reshaping global shipping routes and boosting the continent's role as a bunkering hub. However, shipping has since resumed due to the US and Israeli strike on Iran and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, which have reinforced the shift, promoting expectations that Africa's bunkering sector will benefit from prolonged instability. It should be recalled that the carrier ship have, have been avoiding the Suez Canal and the Bab el Mandeb Strait since late 2023, when Houthis carried out series of attacks on the Red Sea. A military plane crashed yesterday when taking off in Colombia. Officials said at least 80 people aboard were confirmed, though with a conflicting report about how many troops were dead and injured. Report says at least 50 people may have survived when the aircraft went down shortly after departure from the Peru's Zuma near the southern border of Ecuador. Meanwhile, the troubled border area have been the scene of heavy military activities in recent weeks as the Colombian and the Ecuadorian militaries try to tackle drug running cartel and the militants. And in sport, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has approved amendment of its statutes and electoral framework fixing September 26 for its elective Congress. Reports said the decision was taken at an extraordinary General Assembly held at the DSP Alami Shegai Banquet Hall, Government House, Yanagwa, Bayelsa State. It also ratified a 12-member electoral committee and appeal committee drawn from 6 geopolitical zones to be inaugurated on March 25 in Abuja. The Congress unanimously endorsed revisions to the NFF statute, March 2026 edition, electoral code, and standing orders aimed at strengthening governance and transparency. To end the iPower 102.7 FM Media News, let us take another look at the main point. We told you in the cast of the bulletin that the chairman of the Dangote company, Aliko Dangote, has warned that the ongoing Middle East crisis could force Nigerian and other African countries to adopt COVID-era work from home restrictions if the conflict does not de-escalate. We also informed you that the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) has said it will arraign former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai before the Federal High Court in Kaduna today over alleged corruption-related offences. On the foreign scene, ship refueling company along Africa's coast are seeing a surge in business as more vessels divert around the Cape of Good Hope due to the war in the Middle East. And in sport, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has approved amendments to its statute and electoral framework fixing September 26 for its elective Congress. And that was the iPower 102.7 FM Midday News, edited by Akin Adebayo. I am Florence Ibhareman. Thanks for listening. Good afternoon.